Coach, if you want to go ahead and give an opening statement, then
Yep.
we'll open it up for questions after that.
I believe the news is out there that there will be a change of leadership with the men's basketball program here, and it's been a heck of a run, honestly, 8 years, and I look at my job, I suppose a little bit old school and multifaceted. One of the things is this is a place, and I believe dearly, about scholar athletes. And I've coached for 8 years, tremendous scholar athletes. I mean, 4 straight years of Scholar Athlete of the Year in the league. I won't get into specifics too much of team GPAs and the variety of majors and the hardest majors at the greatest university in the world. But I'll be leaving very proud of the team accomplishments. And the reality is I did nothing for that other than recruit highly exceptional kids, men. I also believe in development, and that's a part of my job. I'm leaving proud of what my staff and I have done on the court and off the court of developing our student athletes. I believe deeply in culture, our core values. It's been a challenging 8 years, a lot of changes to the climate of college basketball, COVID. There's been a lot we've gone through. And during that time, my staff and team, players, administration, we've worked hard on culture and developing something that we're really proud of. And that's something I'm super excited about. And one of the things I just told the team, I said, my job as a coach is to hold them accountable, to do what they're asked to do, from boxing out to run on the floor to remembering plays to executing the standards and expectations within the program. And when they don't do that, Spencer doesn't box out, it may pull them out. But the accountability piece is real. The other big part of my job is winning games. And this doesn't have anything to do with anybody else's standards, my own standards. I have not won here to the level that I expect. And just like I hold my team accountable, I'm being held accountable, and I have no issue with that. Looking back, the relationships with the players has been tremendous. I'm very confident as this sinks in and moves forward, I will look back at the last 8 years with great, great appreciation. Number one is to the players. 8 years of tremendous scholar athletes, talented basketball players, and I'm confident in saying that they're going to do some amazing things moving forward. The dream for me is that somehow that myself, my staff impacted them in a positive way, so when they do those great things, maybe we help just a touch. I mentioned the challenges over the last 8 years. I want to thank Bernard Muir, Carter Henderson. The leadership from the university has been tremendous in a really difficult time. And I know moving forward, it's going to shine. It's going to shine. My wife and kids, man, they sacrifice. My assistant coaches' wives and kids, they sacrifice. And so for Mindy and Gavin and Garrett and Gabby, man, unbelievable appreciation. This is, in so many ways, so many chapters are coming to an end. The Pac-12, college athletics continues to evolve. We talked about conference realignment. There's so many ends and so many new beginnings right now. I will look back at my 8 years, like I said, with great appreciation, very fondly. I'm going to lean on the memories and relationships. And I think I'm going to look back as a whole and be very proud of the things I've done. I also know I have a next chapter and hopefully many next chapters in my book. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to chase awesome. And hopefully I can be around people like I've been around here for the last 8 years. Didn't talk much about the game. Didn't go the way I wanted. Happy to answer any of those questions. That's all I got.
Start here in the third row.
Spencer, you decided to come back for a 5th year here at Stanford. Can you talk about the role that playing for another year under Haase and then the whole staff made in that decision?
Yeah, I mean, it never really was that hard of a decision. Obviously, looking other places, yeah, it piques your interest, but it was never too hard to decide to come back. It's weird, and I don't really have too many words to think on it right now, just because, I just assume there's a next season, and, now there's not. But, being here under Haase, I feel as prepared for life as anything else could have prepared me for. Sure, I didn't get the wins. Sure, you don't get a lot of those things, but I feel, whatever I do next, I am as prepared as I could have ever been doing that. And, I even think back, man, I don't even know if I was supposed to be here. I was, senior high school, not knowing what the hell I was going to do, and then, he takes a chance on me and then gives me more and more chances. I might prove myself under him, try to follow his lead, and I feel like I did a great job, and, look where it's brought me. So I don't regret the decision at all, and, I'm happy to have been under him for 5 years.
Staying here on the left.
Jerod, Ron Karchik from the San Francisco Chronicle. When did you learn of this decision, and how difficult has this last couple of weeks been as the season's wrapped up?
Yeah, I'll let Bernard answer any of the specifics moving forward. I would say, I'll let him answer any specifics. But my relationship with Bernard is great. Our communication has been great for 8 years. Very candid, open, honest, and supportive. But in terms of the process, I'll let him handle all that.
Third row here in the middle.
Ben Parker, CoronaSportsReport.com. About the players, just talk about what are kind of the main lessons you guys have, both learned from Coach Haase to your times playing underneath him.
Playing for Coach Haase has been one of my fondest basketball memories, life memories I've had. These past 4 years are memories on the court, off the court, I'll never forget. Coach taught me so much more than basketball, what it means to truly lead by example, give your all to something each and every day. He's concerned about the team first, his players first, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a coach in the country that cares more about his players than this man on my left. Coach Haase is a one-of-a-kind coach, and a coach that one day, as a player, if you can grow up to lead, to be an example of the way Coach Haase has been for us, it means you're doing something good for those around you. He's been exemplary in so many ways, and I couldn't be prouder to play for him. I'd run through a brick wall for him, and whatever he has next, I'll support him and have a relationship with Coach probably the rest of my life.
No, I couldn't have said it better. He's right on point.
Staying here on the left.
Jerod, last week you called it an inflection point for Stanford basketball. I assume that was more than you. It was going to the ACC. There's, as you said, a lot of changes. Where do you think this program is, and what's the challenge ahead, given college sports and the ACC and everything?
Yeah. It's a great question. I could go on and on about it. If the program was perfect right now, I'd still be the coach, right? So it's not perfect, and there need to be some advancements and improvements. But the big picture stuff of the transfer portal, undergrad transfers, graduate transfers, NIL, the future moving forward with the changes in conferences, and people use big phrases and words like revenue sharing and employee status and things like that. So it is, I would use that term inflection point, because I think there's so many big changes, big decisions that are going on right now. I believe Stanford is a place of great ingenuity and creativity and desire to lead. But the truth is, a lot of these are hard decisions, especially when you value the scholar athlete and you value the experience. You value development of players on and off the court. They're not easy. They're not easy conversations, and there's not a lot of easy solutions. But I do believe it's an inflection point, and I believe Bernard and the university will creatively, actively, thoughtfully make decisions to make sure the inflection point moves northward. And then, but I guess my answer is I believe it's possible, but I don't think it's going to be easy. But I think it's full of opportunity for sure. And I would actually say those things for any university. I mean, that's not Stanford, as we all know, has such great standards and expectations, but every school in America right now is having those conversations. And so everyone has to be thoughtful in their approach of how they're going to continue moving forward in this landscape.
Okay, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.